Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new Click and Collect service. Just tap to order items online. And it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and Collect. Try it today.
He's gonna love these. Come on, beautiful. Can't wait to see.
Hey, mate. How are you?
Hey, Maxie, how you going, mate?
Sure, see through the ball.
There you are.
Pick up that order, so
Yeah,
please.
mate. Hey, listen, this game.
Hey, Max.
I haven't even had a look at them yet, mate. I hope they turned out.
How good the guys got you?
He's out, mate. They've come
Oh,
up
where,
really
mate?
well. Yeah, no.
How awesome's that?
Yeah, look, he's got his name on it. Yeah. Good flash.
Wow.
Oh,
Thanks, mate. The team are going to love it.
yeah, no worries, mate. I'll catch you later, eh? Have a good day. See you, Maxie.
Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new click and collect service. Just tap to order items online. And it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and collect. Try it today.
Mate, he's gonna love these. They've come up so beautiful. Can't wait to see.
Hey, mate. How are you?
Hey, Maxie, how you going,
Maxie.
mate?
So see through the ball.
There you go.
Pick up that order. So
Yeah, mate. Mate, hey, listen, this came.
Hey, Max.
I haven't even had a look at them yet, mate. I'd go turn down.
How the guys got you?
These out, mate. They've come
Oh,
up
where,
really
mate?
well. Yeah, no.
How awesome's that?
Yeah, look, he's got his name on it. Yeah. Good flash.
Warehouse.
Oh, man.
Thanks, mate. The team are going to love it.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll catch you later, eh? Have a good day. See you, Maxie.
Hey guys, welcome back to the semi-final here at Griffith Park on Griffith Park number 1 between number 1 team from Pool A, which is North Queensland Monsoons, and the second team, the CQ team from they come second in their pool. So that's the semi-final here. Winner will be playing the winner of the other semi-final between the Colts and Far North Fusion.
There's a lot to play for here, Dickie.
Yes.
A lot to play for.
Looks like
winners of both teams obviously playing the final at the Gabba as a prelim to a big bash game.
North Queensland won the toss here and elected to bat. And
you know how exciting. If those young lads get through in the Colts, it could cause a real headache for Cameron Boyce if it's a strikers game that follows. I've just been alerted to.
Yeah.
Because Boyce is mentoring the young Colts team, doing a tremendous job over there.
Playing mentor, yes.
So that's an interesting situation potentially arising. Okay.
In this game, Larry and Gartrell, that is Chris Gartrell opening the batting. Very, very experienced.
Now, I know a little bit about Sam Lowry.
So it's Daniel Gartrell, Daniel Gartrell.
Sam Lowry was with Valleys a few years ago.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good young left-hander.
Yep.
He's probably not as young anymore, but a really good player.
Yeah, both Queensland country representatives now. So formidable opening partnership. So he's
it's a nice shot over cover. It's not going to go.
As we were talking about in the early games, Pete, when we were together here in commentary position, this wicket seems to be coming on a lot better than I've seen over in Griffiths number 2, where my team had a win over Nitros this morning. That wicket seemed to be holding up a little bit, but this one's drying out and sort of easy to drive the ball and not getting caught in the wicket as much. So that's a good thing. Good thing for cricket. Good thing for the cricket.
Looking at that previous game, the boys were hitting through the line, beautifully. So that would indicate things are coming on nicely.
So the bowler for CQ Seamers.
They haven't given us any information yet.
Information up there.
But if we run by the numbers, we've got Callum McMahon, but
I'm not sure.
At times these numbers don't align with the player, so
sorry.
We'll wait till the names go up on the screen.
Okay, the previous game here, I think it was a 130 score. Is that correct?
139.
139. Chased it down Wide Bay.
Wide Bay chased it down. It was an excellent game of cricket. I've been on commentary a couple of times on this ground, and both games have been tremendous games. It went right down to the last ball or two.
Yep. Unfortunately,
quality games.
Unfortunately, both our teams can't advance any further. There's a ball that's getting through quite nicely, so that's a good indication the wicket's playing true.
Oh, it's a good bounce, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good bounce, good carry. Big, tall, strong bowler there, and getting the ball through the keeper. So so these are 2 North Queensland teams. So and in the other match, Far North Queensland, Far North the Fusion side, another North Queensland side, and then the Country Colts team, made up of both areas, both regions, North Queensland and South Queensland. So they're having a great time and playing accordingly.
That's a good over, isn't it? He's banging that deck hard. He's hitting high on the splice with a heavy ball, making life a little awkward. He overpitched just that one delivery, which Sammy capitalised on over cover. But other than that, he was making it really awkward.
Yep.
Banging that deck with good pace.
Yes.
Now from the bottom end,
Larry's still on strike, and he's had a pretty good carnival. He got a good good score against Nitros. They were none down, chasing their total. I think it
Really?
was early in the first day. Both these openers batted through, and then we played this team second up, and so sometimes that's an advantage. Only two batters have had a bat, so we were.
Yeah.
That's probably why we took the game right to the last over. It was a bit of a tight one against us. Sorry, I haven't got that
Now,
correct.
Again, we've got number 7, it's Travis Applewhite. Now, we apologise in advance if these names aren't accurate. We just haven't got any read on the screen at the moment, but we're just going by the numbers in the booklet. So, right arm over from the bottom end. Again, he's at first delivery, he's hit a good length, which is crucial on this surface. Again, well played.
He's hit that quite well, and he got all of that, and that's, I think it's carried. No, it just one bounce forward. So
that's a seriously good shot.
Yeah, no, it was. He's just a good eye player, wasn't he? He sort of bats with a wide stance, so he's.
But Dickie, I'm going to comment again, and I do apologise to our listeners. I'm going to say the same thing. If you watch that shot back, he's thrown the hands through the line beautifully, but he's been strong, a solid base. He's been
that's the key.
Set, and he's just thrown the hands through it. It's a beautifully executed shot.
Cut shot. So 4 runs there as well, piercing the field. They've only got a deep third man and a fine leg, so all protection deep is behind the wicket. So pierce the circle and 2 boundaries back to back.
Well, it looks like if they continue on their way, the Monsoons are going to maximise this power play.
Yes.
First 6 overs.
Yep.
With only 2 fielders out. It is a time if you can reach the boundary. You can really move that scoreboard forward. I think looking at this start and looking at the way that Lowry's playing, they've got to be looking at 50.
Yeah,
50 plus off the first 6.
Yeah, definitely. These 2 batters, we've seen them time and time again. They certainly experienced players, and not getting in that situation where we're commentating earlier in the morning that we're saying, they're getting bogged down due to probably lack of type of strokes they could play. I would say. So these seem to have a different array of strokes.
He's taking pace off that. That's clever bowling.
It's clever bowling, way too quick through the stroke, and it's gone through to the keeper.
Is this Jamie Heat at this end?
No, this is Daniel Gartrell.
Where are we? Daniel Gartrell. I see. I got it. Sorry, they've changed the numbers here. Yep, I see. Daniel Gartrell. Thank you.
That's the stroke he was after, and he's got all of that, and hitting that strong breeze too. He's cleared the boundary, so that's a long hit out that way, out towards the I'm not sure what end they call it, the Sports World Fitness end, and it's cleared the boundary. That brings the total up to after the 2nd over, total up to 19. 2 overs gone, 19 runs. So definitely a tremendous start by these 2 accomplished batsmen. So it's getting back to that Country Colts team playing over here on Griffiths 2. They are certainly excited about the opportunity to get to the Gabba alongside Cameron Boyce playing in this carnival for them, and it's been certainly a wonderful experience for that side to have him along with, and leading the way, and with his expertise. So wonderful to have Cameron playing for them. Straight drive, hasn't pierced the field, but it's got a one back there easily. So that was a great shot by Sam Lowry.
Unknown caller.
Phone calls through these two.
Oh, that's got to be close, but no, obviously just outside the line.
Heading down leg side. He's trying to hit with the breeze.
You think
there.
down leg side? I was
Yeah.
going outside the line, so either way, it's not out. Either way, it's not out.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
2 overs for 20. They've started well here.
2 for 20, yep.
The Monsoons.
Certainly a lovely breeze coming over the bowler's left shoulder. And see if there's any movement in the air here, but it's
Sure.
lovely. Well bowled into the wicket, nice and tight. Couldn't get his arms too free, so just dot ball into the covers. So having White Bay win today, SEQ win today, that's been quite some time. I think it's been at least 5 years since SEQ won a game. But so they were pretty excited about that win this afternoon, and Gartrell gets quite a bit of that. It's kicked on a little bit, and quite a bit of sand on the oval, and just pulled up short of the boundary and get a comfortable 2. Wolf Masters mentor for Monsoons, Luke Feldman, Charters Towers boy himself, so coached by Bradley Stout and managed by Bob Haylett. So they've been around for quite some time. Bradley as a player, of course, and played many of these carnivals.
Oh,
was that a chance?
I think it was, yeah.
Got high on him and went for the cut shot.
It wasn't straightforward.
Yeah, high. Went, kept on going higher to the keeper to his right, and didn't manage to get that in the gloves cleanly.
It's a shame he couldn't just get a little more on it.
Yeah.
Would have brought first slip in.
Just popped it up.
Popped it up. But it was a good effort. A good effort from behind.
Type of carry you get to see from the likes of Luke Feldman. Joey Dawes, a mentor for CQ Seamers. That's the type of carry we're always used to from those two big boys. Hitting the deck hard always, and giving 100% for their clubs and their states, Queensland. So, and 2 tremendous fellas. That's the over. So what? 23. So 3 runs off that over. And in the 3rd over completed.
It was a good over there because they were moving along well.
Yep.
The Monsoons.
Yeah, exactly. They
pulled it back there. What we saw in that first game, 140, was where I thought was par.
So you thought so? Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if these teams just go a fraction more than that.
Right.
But I think you need 140 to certainly get in the game.
Yeah, that's 140. Would be very happy with that on these ovals at the moment. Staying with the fast mediums. They've sent one back at long on, and their deep 3rd man missed good running for 2.
Excellent running from Lowry. He's identified the possibility of too early, and we've talked continually on commentary about the importance of running between. It doesn't matter what format. Arguably, we don't spend enough time developing good running between wicket skills with our young players. Yeah. And certainly Lowry demonstrated those skills then.
You've only got to seen in previous years, they probably come to a point in when Dean Jones started playing first-class cricket. His running between wickets was exceptional, and he would scoot down to the end of the wicket so quickly that I think the other guy couldn't keep up sometimes. It was really, really fast, and he was doing that in every form, the 50 over and the Test matches. And
I think, sorry, Dickie, keep going.
And Marnus Slavis.
Yes.
That's
big.
All of that.
That's big. That's out of the ground, literally.
Yep.
And that's down the road.
That's cleared the nets that generally are behind the AFL goalposts.
Yeah.
So that's gone into the AFL clubhouse.
As they say, Dickie, it'll come back with a postage stamp on it, that one. That's gone that far.
Yes.
It's a bit of an old saying. Perhaps not that fun anymore, but he's certainly got hold of that.
Fun for the bowler, but he bowled that a little bit too short and just sat up nicely, didn't it? So
It did.
getting back to that, top of off stump length. That's the length that you can set a field to, and certainly that wasn't in that area.
Just coming back there, running between wickets we were talking about. In the modern game, you'd probably look at Warner as a good runner between wickets. And the thing that's impressive with Warner,
Marnus.
yep.
Our local Queensland boy, he's exceptional.
The thing I like about these guys is it doesn't matter what format. The Test match from the first ball, Warner will run hard.
Yep.
And for me, that's a great example. He's playing a 5-day game, multi-day game, and yet from the first ball, he's taken every run available. He's running hard. So
exactly.
The young fellas could learn from that.
Yep.
There is a little delay here whilst we go and retrieve the ball, which will indicate to you listeners that it was struck well.
That would probably be 60, 65 metres to that boundary, and it cleared that quite well, and it was the top of the, cleared the nets over behind the AFL goalpost, so we're probably talking about another 15 metres high, so it was 65 metres and 15 metres higher over the over the boundary and still going.
It's
probably still going down Gatton Street, heading towards the city.
It is.
So,
I'm comfortable saying it's 6 on any ground.
Yeah, 6 on any ground. That's a great shot. Into the wind as well. So imagine hitting out this other side.
Yes. So we have found it. It's coming back.
It's back.
And now we've got some stats on our screen as well, which will help us and hopefully you listeners as well. So we've got Lowry now on 13 off 9 and Cartrell 17 off 12. The North Queensland Monsoons none for 31 off 3.3. As I said, I think they'll be looking at 50s, possibly even more now, off this power play. And that will give them a wonderful foundation to build a...
McMahon, the bowler. We were saying...
I think we...
we're saying Applewhite, I think, but you probably wish it was Applewhite. But
oh, yes. It's
now we've got it.
We've got it now. Okay. Apologies,
Mum and Dad there, back listening, family.
We didn't have a lot of information to go on there, but young Callum McMahon. It'll be interesting how he comes back from this
15,
be interesting to see how he comes back now. He's gone for 8 off first 3 and see if he can get out of this over. Dougie, you're a bowler, I'm certainly not. He's under pressure, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he can get out of this over?
Oh, definitely. You just... I think now like every ball's, a live ball here now, and it is in 2020 cricket. So he's just got to go back to that ball he knows the best, and that we've all been taught. You've got to go back to the ball you can bowl the bowl consistently, and that's top or off stump in that corridor. So he's just gone a bit short again. He's gone short and wide, and he's been cut to the offside, and that's just a classical cut shot, beautiful shot, and this power play, you were saying around about 45 people. I think it's...
No, I'm saying 50 plus.
50 plus,
yeah. I'm saying 50 plus.
Yeah, yep. Yeah. They've got to utilise this now and make a stepping stone for a big score. Big score. Seeing the ball well, and just the bowler's just off his line a little bit. He's back in it there again. So he's bowled that nice and tight. So he's had a 6 and 4 consecutive balls and 2 in the first ball of the over, so he's probably shut up shop here. 12 runs, that's enough. 35 here they are at the moment in the third over, so in the fourth over, sorry. So it's going along nicely. There's plenty of fielders in the circle on the offside. He's gone. No, he hasn't got that, and he's not happy with it at all. He's just gone up in the air, and there's the break. There's the break they were looking for. Callum McMahon just gave him just a slower ball. He hit through it a bit early, and Daniel Gartrell just put the ball straight up in the air and caught.
Now this is quite exciting for myself, being a Valleys boy. This is young Craig McGallagher going to the crease now. Craig played a few years with us in Brisbane.
Yes.
He's a beautiful player to watch.
Yep.
So hopefully we...
Just recently married too.
Yes, last weekend I believe. A few of the boys come up. So that's well played. That's a good knock. Got his side away to a very good start.
That was his job, be the enforcer.
So we've got two stroke players out in the middle.
Yes.
Little foundation set, so this should suit them perfectly.
Yep. Larry hadn't seen much of the strike probably for about an over and a half. So they did cross. No, they didn't cross here. So
No, but it doesn't matter now. That new rule's in place.
Ah.
Yes.
What is that, Pete?
New batter must always face.
Is that right?
I learnt that yesterday.
Is that right?
Yeah, Joey Dawes.
Well, that's probably what
was,
happened because they would have crossed because it went high enough. So.
Yeah.
So
The new batter must always be on strike. So that is a distinct advantage to the bowler.
about time then, isn't it?
Eh?
About time.
So, it's because, in that
Any
situation,
other
particularly...
rules? Any other rules?
No, I'm not sure. I have to check on Joey, but...
Yeah.
But, if you're at the back end, you want to get a guy on strike.
Yep.
It takes that out of play. Even if you do get out, you can still get him back on strike,
Yep.
Can't do that anymore. Okay, change of bowler. You've got Harry. Harry right out.
Oh, right out.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
he's
four.
got
Four off the
got it
gloves, I
fine.
think.
Yeah. Just went to pull it square, I think, but just got the bottom edge of the bat and got it fine and carried all the way to the boundary for four. So in the four overs, gone 39 runs. This is the 4.1 overs, but we're in the fifth.
It's a tough
over.
game for the bowler, isn't it? The margins are small, eh?
Yeah, very small, mate. So back in again, the lefty.
And he's done it
He's
again.
done it again. He's slipped over in the bowling run up. He's picked up two. They ran really well. You can hear his teammates clapping him on in the background here. So it's up to scores up to 41. And no, they're cruising along nicely in the fifth over. So probably still trying to take advantage of this power play. And their two deep fielders are behind the wickets, 45 degrees right down deep on the boundaries. So third man in a fine leg. No one in front of him. He's gone hard, but there is no one in front of him, and he might pitch a little bit this ball, but he's carried on. They're going to definitely get the two. Looking for three, no. So two runs out to the deep offside, and comfortably got through.
I think the bowler, he's got to look. He erred just a little bit straight on those first couple, but I think his length was right.
Yep. Yeah.
He's got to stick with that and just get it a little straighter and more on top of off.
That's right.
And he'll be fine. He changed the length there and went fuller. And he hasn't got the field for that.
Going again. There's that solid base hitting through the line. One bounce four. So seems to be his go-to shot, and he's got that one hitting it well, isn't he?
I hope there's young batsmen out there watching, because the way that Sam Lowry's playing here, it's a pretty good example of how to do it, hit through the ball strongly.
Through the ball, yeah. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of your former Valley's players, Lockie Pfeffer. He hits through the line, that little shorter batsman, and he hits through, get that nice base and hits through the line.
Good player, Feff.
Yeah,
good player.
Retired now, and he's had a great career and played a couple of Shield games.
Yes,
and did really well in the Big Bash, the BBL last year.
He did, didn't he?
I thought so.
Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah, I was surprised,
absolutely.
No one picked him up, but
he was under pressure and he come in and performed very
right.
well.
He did really well.
Okay, so there's a 4-2, 2 and a 4 off this. So 12, 2 balls to go. So is he going to continue to go?
Tries to get that square, tighter lines from the bowler.
But there it is. It's well bowled, very well bowled.
Yep.
It's that fraction shorter on that offside. He's got the protection there, so he's got one more ball to get out of this over. It's been a good over for the North Queensland Monsoons. 12 off so far.
Touching behind the square legs, easy single. So
Larry keeps the strike.
Yep, looking at every opportunity to score. So
that's good cricket, because the batter's in, getting back on strike, and that's McGallicud's role at the moment, is to get him back on strike as much as he can whilst he gets in.
Yep.
1 for 48 off 5, one left of the power play.
Larry 26 off his 15, so he's well ahead of the. He's a great strike rate, so and McGilly got yet to face the ball, but certainly a very good player.
Change of bowler. That the you named it, didn't you? The Sports World Fitness End.
Yep.
Number one, it's got Dave Hamer here. We'll see if that's, or is it? No, it's Hamilton. Josh Hamilton.
Okay, they're putting the numbers on the board too. CQ's seen it, so 5 overs gone, 1 for 48, and the last over in the power play, so we're going to a spinner. Sure
What are you thinking here?
Bowler is, so is it a left arm, is it?
Well, I was wondering.
Left arm.
Left arm over, is it?
Yep.
This will present different challenges for the batter.
Ball spinning away from the batter. Or in.
Oh, umpire is slightly impeding the fielder there. Batsman's taken 2. Just looking for his. This is the last over the power play.
Yep.
Dickie, and he's got long off and long on. So full it's going to be.
Yes, definitely. Full and straight.
I'm waiting for you to let us know what you think he's bowling.
Yeah, I just thought, just as soon as you said that, I think he's just a little medium pacer, isn't it? He does roll the hands, over the.
Or is it a little Chinaman? No?
Well, that's the back of the wrist sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. His role would be just to bowl it in those corridors, keep it nice and tight, and just minimise the runs, just to tie these guys up and get away with a single there down to long off.
And that's bowling to his field, that's bowling to his plan. The strength obviously is the pace off.
Yep. Yeah, we seem to enjoy having the quicker bowlers, Lowry, so change of pace. Okay, it's McGilligut's, Craig McGilligut, his first ball.
6-3, offside.
Yep.
You're expecting this to be off and outside.
Yep. Just watches the ball nicely. So.
This is a good over to date. 3 off.
Yep. It's the best over so far. Power 51 the total at the moment.
Well bowled.
So there it is.
Good start for Josh Hamilton.
51 is the power play score, 1 down.
Oh, I think they'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
You know, it sets them up. Getting
Daniel Gartrell out just the previous over did slow the run rate down, so that's indicating power play is finished.
Change of bowler again, is it?
Yes. It's not right. It's Whitfield.
Logan Whitfield. Okay, so instantly we've got deep square, deep mid wicket, deep long on, deep long off. Bowling left arm orthodox. So we've got the 4 men out and 4 in the ring on the offside, 1 in the ring on the onside. No, he's dropping a man across now. So we're going 5-4 onside. Bringing an extra man in behind square on the onside.
Oh. Very watchful. Sammy, Lowry.
It's well bowled.
Yes.
He's busy on the crease.
Yeah, that's correct.
Lowry, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a terrific player, isn't he? that gap nicely, didn't he? So he just turned his wrists on that ball and just got it straight through the onside, down for a single. Busy trying to get that run rate or nullify the dot balls at least anyway. It's just sort of basically the holding pattern from 6 around up to 10, 11 overs. You know, you've got to be very busy and in the field, bowling well, so you can generally sort of now we've got to try to put the brakes on that momentum they had in the tops in the power play.
And the batters will be looking to hit those outfielders, taking their 1s, taking their 2s, and hitting their 6 and 8s through this phase.
And the gap straight, square, short. There's one finding a lovely gap there. Deep square leg, forward square leg.
2 runs off the over, 2 big balls here.
Yep. Trying to nullify you're thinking as a bowler now, just not going to get hit to the boundary. I don't want to hit to the boundary here.
It's a well run, well bowled again.
Yep, they'll be happy with that.
But they've squeezed one just there at, I don't know, a very short 45 on the offside.
Yes, yeah.
Bringing McGallagher back on strike.
Right-hander, left-hander combination. Mixing the field up. And you face 4 balls. Down the wicket, hitting Kalong on. A comfortable single as a strike in the next over.
See, it's interesting to ask you a question here, Dickie, in respect to this tactically. You know, he's gone straight to having cover, which is fair enough. Absolutely, and there's no rights and wrongs with the tactical side of things. But would you not squeeze the new batsman, McGallagher, for a few? Because at the moment he's getting in by just knocking that ball around and getting the 1s.
Yeah.
Would you squeeze him? I don't know whether that's right or wrong. I'm just asking. What are your thoughts?
Well, that'd be the way to go. I would have thought too, just to try to hold him. He's not the danger at the moment, is he? So, then he could come out of the blue and hit you one over the top. So it's always safety first, I guess, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Trying to save the boundary is your option. So is your major option, a major point in when you're bowling. So in this game,
which is what they did.
Yep.
They put the men straight back.
Yep, that's right.
So we've got the same bowler again from the top end. Josh Hamilton, fine over last over. Went for 3 of his first over. It's just been the last couple of overs just been a little quieter.
Yep, it's pulled them back a little bit, hasn't it?
Good fielding. Good fielding off your own bowling. Excellent.
Yeah, more the dot balls coming into play here now. It's puts some doubt in the batter's mind. He thinks he's, or not doubt, with a bit of which way am I going to go over the top? There he is. He's hit that. He knows there's no one over that way, and over the deep square, and he's cleared him easily, the fieldsman, and he's over there towards AFL headquarters.
I think there'll be a little doubt that man will be left out there now. I was just looking, he's only playing 3 out. So he'll drop that 4th, I assume, now.
Exactly.
But I don't mind seeing that. You know, you've got a new batsman, he's played across the line and executed very well.
Yep.
But he's new to the crease. If he makes an error there, he's challenged him and the batter was up for it.
Yep.
Now put the fielder out. And
how good is it to see a batsman sweep? Yeah, it's one of the best shots. You can upset the line of a spinner, can't you? With sweeping. You can hit outside the off line, down the leg side. So executed.
Well, the modern batter, isn't it? Uzi's a great example, isn't it? You know, I've been fortunate to watch him a few times, and you know, explores the straight options, which obviously are the more low risk options. Then he can sweep conventional, he can sweep reverse. So it must be challenging for a spinner to bowl to him, or bowl to any player that's got those options.
Yeah, definitely. Looking for the ball, we got it back, have we? here we are. Yep. Getting through that fence there a little bit to the, over on that leg side, AFL side. You can't pick up that rate again, and you do end up, only just over 100 or the about 120. So that can still happen here. But
very much, a wicket or two.
Oh, it just brings you back straight away, doesn't it?
Changes the context, doesn't it?
It does, so quickly. So
I think if these two stay at the crease for another 4 or 5 overs, I think the Monsoons are going to be in very fine shape.
Yeah, Larry looks ominous here, doesn't he? He's playing to all parts of the ground, so he's got he's finished up with 31, so yeah.
31
promising innings. 30 promising innings, wasn't it? So it's a big wicket. That's a really big wicket, and as we see Jamie Height come in, and so yep, it's a big wicket now. And
I'll sign off here, Dickie, and
all right, Juno, thanks, mate.
All right,
and I'll do the same.
Gone
straight away. Oh,
it's on a hat trick.
That is a big wicket.
Jamie Hyatt caught behind.
Oh, they're excited, the CQ boys, and they need that. They really need to keep pressure on the North Queensland boys, who have been the dominant team throughout this tournament, as you were just alluding to, Luke.
Get themselves in a little bit of strife here. Prize wicket of Jamie Hyatt.
With McGilligan's still in there, they'll be pretty confident, and they do go deep, don't they?
It is. It's the end of the over as well. He'll have to wait an over for the hat trick ball. Tell you what, did you see that 6 Dan Gartrell hit?
I didn't know. I was over the other field, of which the Far North Queensland boys have started like hurricanes against the Colts boys. They're
he hit the 6 and it went over the goalpost, over the backup net, behind the goalpost, into that house across the road.
Oh no!
Yeah,
that's a massive hit.
When they picked it up, they had to wipe the tears off the ball. Hit it that hard.
He's certainly bounced back to form, Dan Gartrell, in this tournament.
He has. He had a bit of a lean period after he won the Dirk Taslar Award 3 years ago.
3 years ago, then he couldn't back it up. Like Jake Roach has certainly backed up. He could be the first and only player to ever go back-to-back in the Dirk Tasler medal.
Wow.
But I wouldn't mind betting the powers that be or fix it so he doesn't.
The powers that be, that's a...
He's a leading run scorer, and he just got another 20 odd.
Well, there's been some bowlers. I know 2 of the Monsoon spin bowlers, Jack Raffles, and...
You couldn't possibly be suggesting that a bowler gets the Dirk Tasler.
Well, that's what I'm alluding to. And last game, Jamie Hyatt, they've both taken 5-wicket hauls, and that's extremely hard to do in the T20 format.
Yeah. Oh. Yes, there's a bit of tension out there now.
Yeah, they've got themselves right back into this game, CQ, with those 2 quick wickets.
I think if you're right, though, on a wearing wicket, you would want to bat first. So, you won the toss?
Not sure.
Oh, that would have been close.
Run out opportunity. Yeah, I went out and had a look at the pitch earlier. Just it's a little bit crumbly, so
that's what I've heard.
Which would tell me that it's a little bit slow and could be a bit up and down.
Nice little paddle there.
It's a good
around
paddle.
The corner. You'll get a couple. They're not hustling between the wickets there. They've probably lost a run.
Yeah, the wicket could be a little bit up and down. Be looking to Bold change-ups heavy into the wicket to try and get some variable bounce. Batters are going to have to try and stay vertical. Horizontal bat shots.
Yeah, just...
Is he going to go for glory, or is he just going to try and dot him up?
He'll dart it in.
Surely he's got to be hitting stumps.
Yep. Around the wicket. No, over, left hand. Oh, he's... No.
Oh,
Didn't go up. Must have been bat.
It's a different bowler.
Gaffer or something.
The gaffer, well, we called him Cable Guy.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Cable Guy. Oh no, he's done a pad. Reggie's done a pad. Trying to get back into his crease. He's
3 out for 72 after 9.3. What do you think is it?
with the ball this tournament, more so than the bat.
And your openers have they've been really good throughout this tournament. Good fielding there. Dotting him up. He's bowled well.
He has, Hamilton. It's his little left arm nudes.
He's going to finish it off here. Fully. Yeah, he was in the team this year.
Beautiful. Had a good mentor, Luke Waters. Watery.
Down, he got down, good fielding.
Straight back over the bowler's head there.
Did you like that shot? Here we go, let's have a look.
In the replay.
He's put it in and just whack. Fielder had no chance. Good reply by Hamilton.
Just would have liked to have seen a single there. Out to the sweeper on the leg side.
Finishes off his set. Hamilton.
He's bowled very well.
2 for 19. And North Queensland are 3 for 88 after 12.
Two quick wickets. Find that boundary and rotate the strike. Find themselves hitting 7 and 8 and over, and that will get them over that 140 mark.
Is this Waka?
Waka Yunus. It is. The leg spinner.
Yeah, good start by Waka. Beats the outside edge.
I thought he was going to run in and bowl 140 km/h in swinging Yorkers.
Handy, wouldn't it?
Like
Pakistani express paceman.
that one, skip down the track. But
his placement was great. Just
hit that on the up too. It's a very good shot. Didn't quite get to the pitch to it, but he committed to the shot. Bang.
Oh, the big swipe, and that's going to be 6 or out. It's going to be a chance, and he's taken it, and they are happy, and that's a big wicket.
Yeah, he done the hard work. He got the boundary. He just had to knock it around there and just play a bit more smarter cricket. But unfortunately, he's hit that straight up the chimney and got caught by long on.
Just when they were starting to launch, it's
just peaked
going
them
to
back
put
again.
pressure on a new batsman coming in there.
Yeah,
Crucially, McElligot's still in there.
Lockie Ford comes in. He's done a role the last 2 games when he's found himself in. Very good at rotating the strike and very fast between the wickets. Lockie Ford. Monsoons are now 4 for 92.
Hugh must have thought that, 12 overs down, they got plenty in the sheds. They just have a bit of a crack there, but he just didn't quite get it. It's hitting against the spin and a comfortable catch. Just needed to give himself...
Losing wickets in clumps, the Townsville side.
Yeah, he's not happy. He knows he just needed to take a bit more time and just feel the bat on ball there. But Lockie Ford comes and goes, and Craig McElligott needs someone to sort of go with him here.
Yeah, it's disappointing that for the Townsville side, but he's got his five out. Looks like he's got a deep backward square, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a deep extra cover.
So we want to pitch the ball up here. You got a top ball there. He'll like that. Keep the new batsman on strike. Whitfield with 2 balls to go.
Wouldn't mind just seeing
a good spell.
Seeing Sean just get outside the line of it and try and just paddle him around the corner. There's a lot of vacant land there behind square.
Start up there and straight to the fielder again. They've blocked that easy bunt down to mid-off, which is probably a good move by CQ.
This is what the pressure of wickets does.
Goes back and great finish to the over.
Only 3 off it.
By Logan Whitfield. He's finished his set at a run of ball, none for 24. Always a popular bloke amongst his teammates and against the Far North fraternity, or not the Far North, the North Queensland.
Wakar Yunus to continue. His right arm leg spinners.
What will McElligott do if he gets a fully here? He's just been bunning them down, just taking the singles.
That's exactly what I wanted to happen last over. So he's going to get a couple.
Easy 2, and they're pushing hard for 3, and on the throw, beautiful running.
3 runs.
I've been really impressed with North Queensland this tournament. They've just seemed to do the 1%ers better than every other team. They're running between wickets, they're fielding, they're catching. They don't give away sundries. They just seem to be one of those teams that... They
are experienced players. They've got a few great players and they've played together for a long time, but that cricket stroke he's just played there, so he's got outside the line of it, paddled it behind square, and there's no fielder from deep square leg to the keeper.
He'll do it again here, what do you reckon?
Well, new batter. Don't know if Sean is confident enough to play that shot this early, but if he keeps doing it, it's going to force a field change, and then a gap will open up somewhere else in the field. So that's what you try and do, just put pressure on the bowler to change his game.
So the pressure a little bit here. He's 4 dots in a row. He'll just want to start. He'll just want to find a gap and get McElligott on strike.
He's finding it tough out there. He's finding it tough out there.
5 for 100. The 100 is up from North Queensland in the 15th over. But CQ are doing a good job here of just holding him back a little bit, and another dot ball. Dot ball pressure. Can you feel it?
I can feel it. I can feel it. There we go, there's a single. One ball left in the over.
He'd like another 3 here, I reckon.
Yeah. Would be handy.
He's up there, he is looking around the field. I reckon he might go again. Your paddle.
Sure.
It's not a paddle.
Straight to the fielder. Rotates the strike, retains the strike too for the next over.
Go over by Eunice. He has 2 for 11 off his 2 overs. North
5
Queensland.
overs to go. 5 for 100. 140 is still achievable.
And what's McGilligan easy? You gonna give him another 1 or 2 before he gets going, or?
Yeah, I think so.
So
I'd like to think so. Change a bowler. They're going back to their pace attack here. So no,
keepers up.
keep us up.
New bowler is
Hearts.
the great Hartley. Ooh,
Brent Hartley.
Brent Hartley. Looks like a little bit of they kept low there, maybe.
Yeah, this wicket will start playing tricks as it wears on. Ball's getting a bit softer and old too.
Dot ball. Oh, that's 2 dots in a row.
Like he's thinking there.
He's going. Oh, misfield there. Just the single. Start of the over by Brent Hartley. He's got the Sean Curnow on. Let's see if he can get off the mark, off the strike. That's it.
Just looking for that boundary now. The Monsoons. It's been a while. There's that paddle around the
Paddle
corner again.
At least 2, and they're running hard.
It's going to be 3.
They will get 3.
Beautiful. It's just smart cricket, hitting them where the fielders aren't. It's almost a quarter of the field that has no protection.
Yeah.
And with that field he's bowling outside off, so he's not in
The ball's bounced.
not in any real danger of being given LBW playing that shot outside the line.
Odd bit of variable bounce out there. That one looked like it bounced
Yeah.
a bit more, and the first one looked like it kept down.
Five for 107, 4 overs to go.
Well, one thing's for sure, I think the Monsoons will post a total that they'll think they can defend. Just depends how much now.
I think the goal would be trying to get to that 140. 33 runs off 24 balls. Whack-a Eunice to continue. Right arm leg spinners. little change in the field now, so those laps have brought a little change. So there's 1, 2, 3 out on the leg side.
Oh, that's in the air. It's just short. I think it's just bounced. And there's a run out here. Oh, no, he got back.
Just missed it. Played the reverse sweep. Just bounced in front of point.
Well, it was just in front of the fielder there. It would have been the big wicket of McElligott too. So he lives to fight another day. That's the big shot. The fielder's coming round, and
out.
this is going to be a catch. That is
out.
a big wicket. It's
Huge
Eunice again. Spin does the job.
Huge wicket. It's go time for the Monsoons.
Cursing himself. And
He just didn't get all of it.
I've put the mocker on him saying that I'll definitely post a total then. I didn't.
Yeah, commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse there.
Good on
Sorry
you,
about
mate.
that.
Good on you, mate. One of your best. .30 by the skip.
If the pitch is wearing, like you say, though, it's the boundaries have been hard to come by, so
They have.
this could be a good total.
This is Chris Gartrell. Now out in the middle, can hit a big ball as well. Let's run in the Gartrell family. It's the dot to start. They have been losing wickets in clumps, the Monsoons, so I hope that trend doesn't continue.
He's dug that in, and that's
Just saw
bit
him
of
coming
drag
there,
now.
he was advancing down the wicket. Another dot. Very well bowled by Wacker. Tell you what, from the start that the Monsoons had in that power play to where they are now, the CQ team have bowled the house down. That is 3 overs remaining. Monsoons are now 6 for 109.
Eunice has 3 for 12, and he's really backing up the good work done by Baldwell, and Josh Hamilton picked up a couple of wickets, so he was on a hat-trick there. And that's in the air, and that's a great catch. What a catch, and
It's hit straight to
all
Wacker.
falling apart for North Queensland here at the end. Where they're
It
just
is
trying
now
to launch.
7 for 109. 3 overs remaining.
I have commentator cursing big time. They at work.
Well, they have been losing wickets in clumps. Just lost their way.
CQ have been very disciplined too. They haven't bowled any sundries. They've bowled a good line and length, and they've really asked North Queensland to sort of, beat them.
Yeah, they've struggled since that wicket of Herbie Hire. Oh, looking good.
A 7 for 109 here. They have lost 4 wickets pretty quickly, haven't they?
They have.
3 for 90 odd, wasn't it? Spin doing the job here too. Ooh,
Single.
good
Off
running
the
there,
mark.
put the pressure on the fielder.
It's Chris Gartrell got for us.
Looks a strong lad.
Dot.
Oh, the big swipe, and it's just missed the stumps there.
Tell you what, CQ have really peeked them back here, and
They're doing a great job, aren't they?
They
They've
have.
just pushed another one back on the boundary there, so they've got 4 back on the boundary on the onside. They've identified that Gartrell's going that way.
he's fielding. They just moved that sweeper over to the leg side. Excellent fielding there. He's saved a few runs there.
Great over. So that's the 17th over.
Yeah, 2 overs remaining.
Has gone for 2 runs and 1 wicket at this time in the innings. CQ will be very happy with that.
They're doing all the right things, CQ, at the moment. Let's see if they can close out with 2 overs to go, because they really probably deserved to keep Townsville under that, perhaps 120.
And Eunice is bowling the second last over here.
Yeah, the leg spin. Spin to win.
2 overs to go. 7 for 111. Big shot.
He's got it. That's a sixer.
Well over the fence.
So Dorothy Dix, 6. Much welcome boundary to the Townsville Monsoons. Chris Gartrell.
Runs in the family. They
No, it
Gartrell boys.
Wasn't as big as his brothers,
No.
I tell you.
As long as he gets over that rope, they'll be happy.
Oh, he's got it down.
Oh, he's got him! Great glove
The wrong
work.
one. I think that's a wrong one.
Eunice has his 4th wicket for the game, and it's a big one. And the Monsoons are reeling at 8 for 117. Not reeling, but Central Queensland seem to have all the answers here at the end of the innings. Been very disciplined, Luke.
They have been. Well, not surprised under the mentorship of Joe Dawes, bowling coach for the Bulls, bowling coach for the Adelaide Strikers, and bowling coach for the Indian cricket team. So they should be very well drilled. Eight down now, the Monsoons. 10 balls remaining in their innings.
And you can see the scorecard there, and that really tells the tale of the tape. Plenty of partnerships up the top of the innings, and then Eunice chasing a fifer.
Yes, he's paddled that round the corner. Come back for 2. Very well played by Dixon. Picked up a couple.
Thrown that one up there. That's in the air.
Going to be
Fielder
out.
coming round. And that's out. And it is 9 down.
He's got the full toss again.
Eunice has 5 wickets in the
5 for.
semi-final. And look at the
And a
smile
catch.
on his face.
And a catch as well.
And the boys are giving him a high five, rightly so. They have pulled this game back beautifully. And you'd almost say North Queensland have
Bottled it. To the point that 140 was looking very, very easy. Now, they're 9 for 119. One wicket remaining. See if they can limp to 130.
I suggest that 120 is potentially defendable out here. Certainly is defendable on a wearing pitch, but look, CQ are riding this game. They've bowled well. They've pulled it back.
They've caught well.
Yeah, they haven't dropped a catch.
Oh, it was a little drop off the pacer.
Oh
early.
yeah, the caught and bowled it. Was that?
Caught behind. Just missed out.
And there was
There's
a caught and bowled, might have been Whitfield
Yeah.
this end. I can't remember who it was. Tough chance. Eunice, can he get 6 for? Finish him off.
And the leave. The leave in the 19th over. It's a bold tactic.
He won't want to get a 1 now to stay on strike. He's gone for the 1 on the last ball of the over. And number 11, Jack Raffles, keeps the strike.
Yeah. Farming. 6 balls remaining in the innings. 1 wicket in hand. CQ desperately want that last wicket.
Did you farm a strike when Chris Swan was riding your coattails on that run chase, that famous run chase? Back in,
I didn't know what was happening. Swanee said when he was talking to me, he could hear the circus music going off behind my eyes. It's a 60-run last wicket partnership to beat Victoria at the Gabba.
2014?
No, that was my debut year, so 09-10.
09-010.
Joey was the bowling coach and he took me for a warm-up in the nets beforehand. I think he got me out 11, 12 times.
So the captain, Joe McGahn,
Pace to finish.
And Spinner's done the job, so we'll see what Joe McGahn can do here. Ever dependable.
Skipper just wants to pinch a little wicket for himself, I think. Why not?
Starts off with a dot. Raffles just needs to get bat on ball here. They've only got 3 out now. Or no, they've got 4, 5.
Single there to Raffles.
Two, 3, 4. Yeah, they've still got 6 out.
4 balls remaining. Zabala on strike.
5 out.
You can't have 6 out, otherwise it'd be a no-ing.
Well, this guy just ran back and this guy's come in.
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to bring him up and put more pressure on him. And that's in the air, and it's through the hands.
We were just talking about how good their catching has been.
Extra 2 to the North Queensland total. I wonder how valuable those 2 runs will be at the end of this game.
Yeah, well, it's a cardinal sin not facing out your 20 overs. Three balls remain.
Going into the big swing, and that's safe. And looks like
Two
just
balls
a couple
remaining.
of balls
Rattles
to
on
go.
strike.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to ride their luck for these last 2 balls. By the looks of it. My seatbelt's on.
Oh, couple.
They're going.
Oh, it's got to go, got to go.
And that's great.
That is great running. Cheers of his teammates there. Appreciate that.
These are valuable runs now. That's
It's
5 runs that they
Yeah,
put on
since
since
the
the drop catch.
That's right. This is the last ball. Be looking for a boundary to close out the innings. Oh, little false start there.
A chant,
It's not called a man cat anymore.
isn't it?
It's just a run out. Goes in the book as a run out. Shouldn't be leaving the crease early anyway.
Well, I agree. You're not going to get run out at the non-striker's end if you're in your crease. And that's another run.
Going to come back? No.
Good fielding down there. And that's the end of the innings.
That is the end of the innings. The Townsville Monsoons finish.
What do you think, Lukey?
126 runs. Well, they got to defend. Big carrot. The big game at the Gabba on the line. CQ are pumped.
I think it's a good total.
They've restricted North Queensland, who were looking.
Tune in 15 minutes' time for the run chase.
Beautiful.
Chemist Warehouse is making shopping more convenient with its new click and collect service. Just tap to order items online. And it's ready for pickup within just 4 hours. Click and collect. Try it today.
Mate, he's going to love these. Come on, beautiful. Can't wait to see it.
Hey, mate. How are you?
Hey, Maxie, how you going, mate?
So see through the ball.
There you are.
Pick up that order.
Yeah, mate. No worries. Mate, listen, this came.
Hey, Max.
I haven't even had a look at them yet, mate. I hope they turn out.
How good the guys got you?
These out, mate. They've come
Oh,
up
where,
really
mate?
well. Yeah, no.
How awesome's that?
Yeah, look, he's got his name on it. Yeah. Flash.
Warehouse.
Oh, mate.
Thanks, mate. The team are going to love it.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll catch you later, eh? Have a good day. See you, Maxie.
welcome back here as we start this innings with the Seamers chasing 128 to find their way to the final at the Gabba. Big prize at the end of this game, Chip.
It is, Joey. It's what a wonderful opportunity that the winning sides have to play at the Gabba and show their skills and display all the things they've been doing. It's great. And you can just tell within amongst the two games that are going on, both all four sides are just desperate to be one of those two. It's going to be a good chase here, and it's going to be interesting. The wicket seems to be playing pretty well. Your boys were good with the ball then. You must be happy.
Yeah, it came back well. I think that the 11 over mark, the Monsoon were 2 for 80, something like that. So probably set up for a bit better. They'd be disappointed with finishing for 127, but young Wako Yunus, the leg spinner, came on there and took 5 for and really strangled the end of their innings, and we'll be very happy with only chasing 127, which, to be fair though, I think on this wicket is still a competitive target. We're going to have to bat well, get off to a good start.
Yeah, no question. The wickets has played well, but certainly taken some spin and it's slowed up. And as the heat comes, it'll probably slow it down a little bit more. So it's going to be a good contest.
Yeah, you want to make use of this new hard ball before the pace comes off it with the slower bowlers and get off to a good start. I think that's where the advantage of batting second is good. You know what you're chasing. You're not trying to put 150, 160 on the board. You know you've only got to go just over a run a ball.
You can set the pace.
That's it.
Nice start there, but Dixon, a little bit of outswing, which is always good to see, and it's sort of taking full advantage of that breeze.
Yeah, it's just picked up again, hasn't it? Coming left to right across the screen here, and it's played a factor in all the games here. You've got to make sure you're picking, from a batting side, you've got to hit to the boundary with that breeze because it's a big hit into it.
Correct. Nice shape, just a bit too much there for Dixon, but certainly some really good signs early, and with the slip in play, it makes sense to have that.
Absolutely, it's always nice to see, isn't it, for the old quicks? See a slip in there, it's something you don't see very often in T20 cricket, and early wickets here are the key for the Monsoon.
Ooh. Beautiful, it's good pace. Well bowled.
Yeah, Justin Dixon just standing that seam up and
really nice action. Nice compact run up, and as he gets into his over, that each ball's just being quicker and quicker. So some good signs here.
Groundsman Craig Jesberger, we both know well, took the wicket spun, but he would like to see the quicks run in and hit it because there is some areas there where you will get a little bit of life out of it.
Right. Well, Jezza would know. Definitely, he would definitely know. And
never died wondering, did he?
Never. Quality bowler. High quality cricketer with both bat and ball.
Speaking of that, Lukey Feldman rocks up.
That's it.
The Seamers are away with that single. Adam, as the last game of this tournament before, as we said, the final in the Gabba, you've enjoyed your weekend, mate?
It's been wonderful, Joe. Great to see the standard of cricket and be amongst the teams that are vying for that opportunity, and it's a great chance to do it with mates. That's always the highlight. I'm usually packed 2 or 3 days before I'm about to leave.
Yes.
I'm quite excited about doing it. But nice shot there through to mid wicket. Just a bit full there from Dixon. But it has been great, and tonight with a bit of a function with the lads, and they'll celebrate the two sides that are going down, and great chance for everyone to get together, and Jimmy's got a function where we'll watch the grand final and be together and then fly back tomorrow.
Yeah.
What about yourself? You've had a good time?
It's always exactly what you're talking about, isn't it? It's nice to be able to give a bit back from the mentoring side of things that we do, but let's be honest, we all just come to catch up with the old boys and talk about how good we were in our day, and
totally
just enjoy
nice
that
shot.
camaraderie.
It's a nice shot. Just short of the boundary, they'll run. Bit of a mix-up. Might have missed a little opportunity there. Yeah, definitely. But being the mentor, I've really enjoyed it and learned a lot. And seeing it evolve over the time of the country challenge and being part of it early to where it is now, and we had COVID in the middle there. But you can just see that the concept's really moving positively, the skill level. The players are of a high quality, and it's really showing some good benefits.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, speaking with Gavin Fitlis last night in commentary, and the Fat Man was talking about he's done quite a number of these now, and he's really enjoyed watching, guys come through from the youth, the Bulls Masters Youth Cup into the senior competition, and even seeing some of them now playing grade cricket down in Brisbane and having a crack at, trying to play for Queensland and beyond. And he's seeing that progression, and just shows that country is still the breeding ground and a production line for Queensland, as it has been for a long time.
Definitely.
You just returned to Queensland from Victoria, mate. You were still playing up until recently and coaching down there. How did you see do you see this sort of concept down there much?
Not to the same degree. And Victoria's a smaller state. Queensland's a big part, and in Victoria they don't have a masters type of program. The ACA do a good job and work really hard to communicate that message in the regions, but certainly different setup and nothing like this, but hopefully, talking with Damien Fleming and other guys that are in, past players. I'm a Bull, so I watch from a distance down there. Once a Bull, always a Bull, as you know. So,
correct.
I think they'd like to get something like that. But Cricket Victoria works hard in their regions, and certainly, big towns like Bendigo and Ballarat and Geelong's sort of still regional, but not really. It's pretty close to town, but they've got great facilities, and certainly their cricket pathways are really strong. But rather than be 6, 7, 8, 10 hours away, it's 1 hour.
Yeah,
and it's different. So there are some different dynamics.
Joe, just in a really good start here by Sam Collingwood, big tall man, bowling off that wrong foot. Just hit the areas nice there for a couple of dot balls. The start is over. Monsoon looked to really start to build that pressure. Big lad.
Yeah. As a bowling coach and sort of a high quality one that you are, what would you, with a young bowler that comes with that different sort of action, what do you do? Do you harness it, or do you try and change it? What do you do?
Mate, you are sort of what you are, aren't you, to a great extent? I think you want to have a look at it and see if you can tweak it mechanically to see if you can be a little bit more efficient. But the basics of what he is good, and he's a tall man. You want to make sure that he's using as much of his height as he can, because there's two things that the best coaches in the world can't teach you. One is speed, and the other one is height. If you bowl 120, I can't turn you into 150. I might get you to 125 or something like that.
Yeah.
And if you're 5'8", I can't turn you into 6'4".
No, correct.
Without breaking a few Geneva Convention laws, I think, with one of those rack things. But they're the things, and this young Sam here is obviously. Well, Sam is well blessed in the height department, and it's nice to see him using that.
Yeah.
And it'd be hard work on this wicket with a little bit up and down.
Yeah, no, good shout. But before our time, but we certainly got a chance to see him as young kids, was Max Walker had that action where he was off the wrong foot and highly successful. So it just shows. You don't have to necessarily change it, you just harness it, as you mentioned.
That's it. Just execute your skill, isn't it? And there's been
Tomo, Jeffrey Robert bowled, with a different action, and people, just he was the fastest ever. So
yeah.
Bit of a change of field, just putting the deep square out, bringing the guy up from fine leg into the circle. That's a smart move, but they still get the single.
Yeah, you just see that bounce he's getting there, just a little bit awkward. Really hitting a nice length. He's going to be hard work if he keeps that up.
Yeah.
Good start by young Sam. 2 off the over and scores none for 7.
Who's your tip tonight in the footy?
Well, man, I was an Eels fan as a youngster and drifted away for, when Brisbane came into the comp or whatever. So I think I'd love to see the Eels win. I think Penrith are going to be hard to beat. They've got the big game players in O'Leary, is it? Cleary. And those got, winning it last year, that, once you've sort of won it, you understand what it takes. I think they're going to be hard to beat, but I'd really like to see the Eels win. And I think as a Queenslander, I mean, they're both New South Wales sides, but you sort of put the Penrith in as the New South Wales blue side, don't you? So more than happy to see them get done. Any reason to hate a blue bagger at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, bring on the Eels. A couple of good mates of mine are huge Eels supporters. A man you would know, and Damien Mendez. You would have met Mendo at the time. Huge Eels supporter, and spoke to him this morning, and he's it's fair to say he's fairly excited about the day.
Yeah, it would be wonderful. Just getting some extra runs with some overthrows there, but they just want to be putting the foot down, I reckon, and playing some shots and potentially taking a few risks here, Joe, just to get some things moving.
Dave Haymeyer bat through both games yesterday, batted throughout and batted really smartly.
That's a good shot. So there he is, put the foot down there, and that's just in front of square. Nice shot. Didn't get it really clean, but hit it well enough to go to the boundary for 4. So just as we said then, they netted the ticket along, and he's done that beautifully.
He batted very well yesterday, and chasing 2 small targets. Didn't take any unnecessary risks against the spin, just worked the gaps, run hard, as we've seen here already in this innings, and then if he got a bad ball, put it away. So Seamers will be looking for him to do the same thing today, just get through, ideally bat through the innings and get us home.
Oh, that's one way of making an impact, Joe. I thought maybe the umpy might have copped one in the leg then, but he didn't. It was off the hand and then into the stumps and the run out. That's the way you don't want to get out.
No, that's there's nothing good to say about that, is it? That's just
bad
cricket.
luck.
That's cricket, and well done on the bowler to get a hand on that, but just unlucky. And I'm sure
he hit it clean. It's sort of like saved 4 runs.
Sure, there'll be discussions about someone owing someone a beer between those batters later on tonight, I think, for that.
So they were both looking good. So Harris, that's a bit stiff. And as the replay shows, got a hand, bang, flicks it on, and short of his crease. That is bad luck. Not many times in your career does that happen, Joe. So did you ever get run out that way?
Oh, I don't think so, mate. I don't think I was fast enough to move out of the crease, so I didn't really...
Backing up?
Yeah.
It was either when the other bloke was a 4 or 6. Or
well, it was
just an easy single.
It was always... I always batted 11, so the bloke at the other end was generally better than me, so I like to watch them do the batting. And as you know, Chip, when we were out there, they were always trying to break our fingers or something.
Oh,
so
too many bounces.
Didn't get to play too many cover drives, did we?
Bouncer after bouncer.
Unless you were Wade Seckham, who always just batted for not out when I was with him, and he would sit at the non-strikers end and watch me get pummeled.
You did very well.
We had a lot of fun.
So 1 for 13.
This is the captain now, Joe McGahn, coming in, and he's had a good tournament with bat and ball.
Yep.
And clean striker of the ball.
And was up here the first time you'd seen him play?
Yes, yeah, he's impressive. He, as the captain, he gets his money's worth. He opens the bowling and bats 3.
That's good cricketer.
And deserves it.
Well, the majority of players would, I think, comfortably over a period of time be able to play first grade. Like they're really, the talent's really of a high level.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice strike of the ball, and
certainly first or second grade. The guys would slot in and be able to, and then, as you know, getting that opportunity above those levels is over to you, and a bit of luck and a bit of good fortune and all those sorts of things. But
that's it. And
the
there's
skill there. So he's a good player.
We've seen some genuine all-rounders as well in this competition, which they're so handy in every format, aren't they? That they would definitely be playing. I think first grade in Brisbane. I know Joe's represented Queensland country, and I think he may have represented Australian country at various times as well. So accomplished cricketer.
The lad that opened the bowling for you, is that?
No, that's... Yeah, so this is the... he opened the bowling. Joe
well, yeah.
Yep.
Highly talented.
Bowls a heavy ball, just ambles in.
And good carry, bit Mark Ridgway-like.
Yes.
Very, shoulder strong. Don't know if Ridgey's listening, but another great fella.
Absolutely.
Very humorous.
Still only 22, Ridgey.
Yeah, totally. Unbelievable. It could be close. Just a bit high. Tall fella. Hits above the rolls. Probably going to go over the top.
That's it. Just hitting that good length there, isn't he? Good start to his second over after none for two off the first, Sam Collingwood. And it's going to be hard work on this wicket, being a big, tall man, just banging it in.
Definitely well played down the third man. Lucky enough just to see Kevy Ma as he's wandered past, an icon up here in Cairns and country cricket.
Nice to see him there.
Yeah, it's great to see President of Queensland Country Cricket. Does a lot of work and a really important person.
Yeah.
And a good fella. Well played there.
I think he lost his phone overnight and left it in a cab somewhere.
Okay, but he's got it back, which is great. So that's he's didn't. Okay.
Found that out this morning. We were trying to sort the bus out. They rang him, trying to work out. And mentor for the mentor.
Bit of mentor for the mentors. It's great to see.
I can think of no one better for that sort of behaviour either.
Totally agree.
Organised the mentors function last night. Not everyone showed up.
Lukey Feldman's joined us as well. He's around the edges, which is great. Chipping away.
I think we're going to be joined by Kevy Ma here in the
so we'll get Kev on. It's a great opportunity. You don't get them too often, so when you do, you want to grab them. So, Joey, I'll leave you to talk to Kevy about what's going on, and he can give you a bit of a rundown. So here's Kev.
You right there, mate?
I'm fine, Joe.
Well, welcome.
Lovely afternoon.
It is. It's been a beautiful weekend down here up in Cairns, isn't it? The weather's been very kind to us.
Well, Joe, it's it's a great time of the year in Cairns. The month of September, you had the amateur races on and all those things, and the Gordon Vale Cup yesterday.
As tournament director, mate, you'd be happy with how it's gone?
Yes, mate. Yeah. It was. It's a first coming here after years in Mackay and Bundaberg and for the local cricket association and the local zone people to get their head around just what the Bulls mark. The assistance from the regional council, Cairns Regional Council, and Darren Helpin of Helpin Partners. He's one of the major sponsors of this event, and it's everyone loves the concept, and it'll just get better. It's been a real bonus.
That's it's a big wicket there.
Oh my word,
for the Monsoon. Joe McGahan's a good player. You'd seen just the ball before there. He just opened his shoulders and hit one down straight back over the bowler's head for four. But wicket for the Monsoon, and a big loss for the seamers.
It squared him up a little bit, didn't it? And he was back.
See there, he's just sort of gone nowhere really.
He survived the shout at the other end, the over before, and it looked a little bit high.
Yeah.
But that one.
And he's batted well in the 2 games yesterday. He batted through both innings, we were just saying, Kevy, and really batted cleverly on difficult conditions where it's favoured the spinners a bit, and he's just played smart cricket, so the seamers will be relying on him doing that again today.
Yeah, he's been in the central Queensland system for a while, David Homer, and he had another brother who was to make the representative team, but he may not be playing as much these days, or maybe not available for representative cricket. Depends on their commitments work-wise down that way in Gladstone and those places with the shift work. It plays a bit of havoc with some of their district cricket and lifestyle, and has to go on the back burner for a while.
Well, you've been a stalwart and a massive servant of country cricket for easily 1,000 years, Kevy. What have you seen change with that sort of thing? The shift work and the mining industry and the senior level, as you said, as guys get into working and the fly in, fly out. What have you seen? What's your mental or the health check of country cricket?
Well, Joe, the full shift work. What we did is we made a dispensation for Tully and Innisfail and those places that you could sub a player in. So if it was a 2-day match, and if the reason he was unavailable was because of his shift work, he could be substituted. And they've done it. They've done it in Gladstone as well, and it's working. It's kept the game going, but it has been more difficult. That's for sure. Wrecked his knee. Had an ACL on both knees.
Oh wow!
He's missed a couple of years of cricket.
Yep.
I think he was back playing grade cricket in Townsville last year, and of course he's back fully fit, and I think he'll challenge for a spot in the North Queensland side once again.
Yeah,
excellent. It's good to see him back on the playing field after those setbacks.
That's a long comeback from 2 ACLs, isn't it?
Oh, boy.
He's over, but he's just asked questions, and
he was a lot quicker. A couple of years ago, he was a bit quicker than what he is here now, but that's understandable.
Yeah.
But he's still he bowls a good line and keeps it pretty tight. Keeps a lid on the batsman out there.
Seaman's just trying to get a little bit of momentum here, but I'm not chewing a lot of dots, which is very important when you're not getting the bad balls to hit for 4. They're just turning the strike over, and hopefully, as these two get into their work, those boundaries will come in this chase. But still, only a run a ball.
Just over at the other, on the far north Fusion, it made 155, I think. It's the highest score of the weekend.
Yes.
Particularly good innings from young Matt Wilkins, who's celebrating his 18th birthday today, and he got a very good 50.
Nice.
I'll
get a score check for us on that.
Yeah, Brenton Edwards came and got about 30 off about 18 balls or something of that nature. It was a really power finish, and they're 3 down. The Country Colts
from the end of
the championship. The good ones, we do encourage them to go and have a crack at it. But these lads, unless they've got something to shoot for, sometimes they drop out of the game. So last year we've had 3 tours. One to New Zealand, that was a disaster with the weather. One to Adelaide, and last year they went to Canberra. And so when the Gold Coast withdrew from country cricket, said, well, why don't we take that group of under-21 boys and keep them together and put them into the country challenge, and they've had a great time.
Excellent. See Jamie Height come into the game here. First time we've seen spin in the seamers innings, and at the end of the power play, the seamers were 2 for 26. So not the start they were chasing, but again the run rate's not ridiculous. It's still only a bit over run a ball here, and they can bat well and
competitive, this fella, and he bowls almost. He was pretty slow from the bowler's end, then the batsman. There's the secret, Joe, in you don't have to be fast between the wickets. It's a bonus if you are, but if you've got to back up at all times, and if you don't back up, boy oh boy, he was very slow that previous single out of the blocks, and then he really had to scamper.
Yeah. Then we saw the errors of backing up potentially too far earlier on when that one got smacked back at and the bowler got a little finger on it. But that's cricket.
Jack Raffles and his left arm orthodox. He's only a young fellow, Jack, and he's been. It's good to see him cement a spot in this Monsoons team because they've got Jamie Hyatt, as we mentioned earlier on, and Herbie Hyatt. But and Herbie's a left arm orthodox spinner, the same as Jack. But Jack's been able to force his way into that team, and here's Herbie Hyatt coming on at the other end now.
Been very impressed with the bowling over these few days.
Oh no, it's Jamie Hyatt still.
Just firing him in the hole there, isn't he? Oof. I think big Lukey Feldman's coming in to take over for me. Kevin?
He's coming in to take over from me.
No.
Yeah, no. I'm not rostered on here this afternoon. The Fox. Thanks, Luke. Nice.
Ooh. Sure, there's the bails have come off. No one really knows. I think that's come off the keeper's foot.
Afternoon, Joseph.
Welcome, Lukey. And coming at an interesting time. The Monsoon are just turning the screws here on the seamers, and the pressure is building. I'm going to take some smart cricket to just get this innings going.
Proud to punch that power play.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple of wickets in it. Big Sammy Collingwood from the clubhouse end.
He was impressive, wasn't he? He just bashed his areas.
Did everything I asked him to. Slower balls into the wicket, a little bit of variation. Spoke about the surface. So it could be a little bit up and down. But yeah, pace on would be your change-up.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Jamie Hyatt, he's bowled well all weekend. Took 5 for last game against the Colts, young side. A wicket with the last ball of the game to get it.
5 for in 2020 cricket is very rare.
Well, it hasn't been, because this weekend, so Jack Raffles, the left armour, who's bowling at the other end in with Jamie, he got 5 for against Dickie Taslar's Southeast Queensland.
Yeah, okay. And
then
Waka
Jamie,
Yunus.
and then Waka today. Spinner's cleaning up.
That still hurts when you have Waka Yunus in your side and he's bowling leg spin.
Yeah, mention that.
4'6".
Yeah.
I was hoping for some screaming in-swing, reverse swinging Yorkers.
Yeah, 140 tangers.
But he did well, 5 for in the seamers bowling innings and really pegged them back, because I think Monsoon were probably looking at a target of 140, 150 there at one stage, and
they were when Herbie got out. They were 88 after 12 overs, and just looked like 7 and 8 and over. They were going to do it easy and pegged them right back.
It's good cricket, and that's the key here for the seamers. They've just got to hit these big pockets out here, run hard, ones and twos, get this innings underway, because the run rate's not going to get out of control when you only started chasing 6 and over.
This field there, Chris Gartrell.
It's not Kazali's, but it's a nice looking oval again, isn't it? The Cairns cricket have done a great job getting these up straight after AFL season. And Craig Jesberg is doing a good job trying to get these wickets.
Yeah, the new curator, come up from Ipswich.
Yeah.
He's done a good job.
Stalwart around Brisbane cricket for a long time, Jezza, and from both a player and then as a groundsman, and does a good job, and he's got some exciting plans for this place to get the wicket into top notch. And I understand there's also some really good plans to do some renovations around here and add some new facilities as well.
Maybe the Bulls Masters getting involved with that as well, raising money. Come up here often.
You know, just chipping into the gap there for 2, which is, again, good cricket. And what I must say, that the Seamers did well yesterday in their run chase against the Darling Downs, where it was only a small chase, but they just chipped away those 1s and 2s and got home easily in the end. Some smart cricket. Hopefully we see a bit more of that today from a
catch. Just going to land short.
And I asked Chippen earlier, mate, but you've enjoyed your weekend up here?
I have. It's always good getting away with the North Queensland side. A couple of mates in the side too.
Nice.
Yep. Always good to catch up.
That was your team back in the day before you made the move down to Brizzy?
That was, yeah. So, yeah, we played local club, Brothers Cricket Club, in the Townsville competition, and got selected for the Townsville 11, which is now the Monsoons.
Yep.
And then, yeah, through the alternate competition to make the North Queensland side. That's a great shot.
It's clever cricket. New Hyatt's just been firing them in the hole there and used his pace against him, just lapped it over 45. Much needed boundary there for the Seamers, and yeah, between that positive running and...
Was no 45, just vacant land.
Where was old mate there? He's at 45, isn't he?
No, it was backward square.
Backward square.
And now he's at 45. Yeah, beautiful weather, beautiful town, Cairns.
Yes.
I spent some time up this way in 2006, 2007, working at Innisfail. Used to come up here to get out of the rain. Pretty wet down there.
You were telling a story last night, you used to come up here for your dates as well. As a policeman, Lukey.
Yeah, you don't want to run into a local town where you've been on the beat.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, that comes in very handy there. I think we're going to see 5 wides come into play there. Oh no, it's got a little bit of bat on that, but it looks like 4 runs, so 2 boundaries off this over. Just getting the Seamers
much needed boundaries
off to a little start. Get some momentum in this innings. It's 3 for 47. And we are into the 11th over. So yes, I need that with that run rate just starting to climb now, isn't it? And we've seen all the way through, especially on this wicket, Lukey, that as the inning progresses and there's more and more spin, it's harder to score. So that run rate getting up around that 8s now.
And that ball to get a little bit softer as well, make it harder to hit. Using Kookaburra balls. I remember I played a Bulls Masters game up here. We got beaten by the far north Queensland side versus the Bulls Masters. We were using a nice hard Kookaburra ball, and the North Queensland team were using a platypus, and it went soft very quickly. And the late great Roy Simons was giving it everything, and it wasn't going past the 30-metre circle. His word of advice when he came back, he said, "Oh, it's like hitting an orange."
Well, if Andrew Simons couldn't hit boundaries, then there's not much hope for the mere mortals amongst us. Our dear friend.
Raffles into his work here, into his 3rd over. Only 8 runs coming off his bowling so far.
And I'm going to leave you, Lukey, and bring in the dulcet tones of Adam Dale.
Oh, I'm chipping.
Hello,